Hello and welcome to the Slingshot channel. I think by now you all know the EK Archery adder that actually I helped designing. Therefore you can also see my name here on this. Because I think this is positively the hottest crossbow product on the market in 2020. Since it's the first truly tactical crossbow on the market. So you have a red dot sight, and if you buy it from GoGun you even get a laser flashlight holder. Although I haven't installed it on this one here. And as you see, you have bolts in the magazine. Actually 5 bolts in here. And all you have to do if you want to shoot is you swing out this here and then you bring it back until it locks in. Then you deactivate the automatic safety and then you can shoot with deadly accuracy and a lot of force. And if you want to keep shooting, it's no big deal. You just keep shooting. As I said, 5 shots in the magazine. It's so easy, even though you have 130 pounds of a draw weight. And one last shot. Now if you want to keep shooting, it doesn't cock on an empty magazine because of the spring lever catching it here. Ingenious design, I think. I've only done a small part, just the magazine box. Actually, as you see, this thing has so much power that it's kind of eating bolts, because see, these veins are gone. Even though that's a triple layer archery mat and there's a piece of plywood in front. And this thing is so hot that we already sold our second container. We're importing them from Taiwan by the container. And we're taking the largest containers you get, like 40 feet containers. So there's like 2,200 crossbows in each container. And we're waiting for the third one, which is gonna arrive in June. And most of the crossbows in that container are sold already. So if you want one, hurry and pre-order, otherwise you won't get one. And then the next shipment will only come in September. In any case, of course, we want to modify this thing, as it is common here on the Slingshot channel. And of course we will do a modification that is completely ridiculous and has almost no practical application. The goal is to make the magazine bigger, really big, because when the Corona zombies come, you want to have enough ammo in the mag. So, can we do it? Sure. Let me show you what I came up with. Meet the 40 round EK Archery Adder Ultimate. Let me show you its features. One of the great things that you can do with the adder is you can exchange the front end with the entire bow and string part within seconds, just by popping out this bolt here, and then you can remove it and exchange it. And there is a 90 pound and a 110 pound version, in addition to the 130 pound version that is standard. And that is better because for practicing, this actually shoots weaker, and this means that your bolts will live longer, since they are no longer entering with veins and everything into the target. So I've decided to outfit this for now with the 90 pound bow. Otherwise the crossbow itself is unchanged. So the magazine can simply be removed from the stock by removing this thumb screw here. And then you can just slide it to the front, because there's like hooks here. So you slide it to the front and then up, and then you have uninstalled it. So I exchanged it with the homemade wooden, of course, what else, magazine box that can hold up to 40 rounds, even though I only have about 31, 32 rounds left. So as you can see, there's still space for a little bit more. Now I couldn't really use a spring anymore, since that spring cannot travel all the way. So I'm using rubber, what else? And as you see, since I need pre-tension so that there is enough tension even when the magazine is almost empty, I'm using rollers here, so I can use pre-tensed rubber bands on both sides. And this one also has the laser and flashlight attached to it, so I can also use it in the night. But right now, of course, we have bright sunshine, so no need. So now I want to try to empty this magazine as quickly as possible to see what kind of firepower you get from this. And also, of course, since I really can't put the red dot on here, it would be funny, I actually put the red dot to the side, so I can still just like aim just like normal with this thing. So it's like almost the same position as previously. It adds about, I would say, a kilo of weight, which is still possible, no problem. So I will try to spread the arrows a little bit over the target so that I'm not destroying too many of them with Robin Hood shots. Switch on the red dot and give it a go. Okay, that's it. It's empty. I shot all the arrows into the target, and it is hard physical labor to do that in such a short time, believe me. And now I can show you how to remove the magazine so that you can see how it works. First is we're taking the rubber bands off, and we're taking the sled out here. This is the follower that pushes down on the arrows. Okay, then we remove the thumb screw. So, fairly long thumb screw. Okay, then we slide the magazine out to the front and lift it off, and that's it. And as you see, here you can see it's made from wood, and here you can see the two steel pieces that lock it to the front here, to the rail. And you can also see that the string needs a little bit of waxing since it has suffered a bit. It's not torn yet, but you can see it's a little bit pressed down, so this is a good time to wax it. And in order to do this, I simply press out the little thing here. Works just like on an AR-15, and that's the entire front end. And now I could install another front end here, so I could now apply some wax or distribute it a little bit, and I could replace the middle serving should I see that the string has already like been chafed a little bit or so on. But this one is still fine. So you put it back in place, put it in, and be in business. Now, before you reuse the bolts, just inspect each one of them in order to avoid damages to the string and to the crossbow. First of all, just hold it like this and see if the nock is still firm and in place and cannot be rotated. Otherwise, take a drop of CA glue and put it back in place. Also, inspect that the half moon is still fine, because if it is not, then the string will jump this and then damage the bolt and also damage the string itself. Also make sure that the tip is still in, because it does happen sometimes that the tip gets loose from a hard impact. In this case you can glue it back in. But of course keep in mind these are not super expensive bolts and they won't last forever. So there comes the time where you need to replace it. And a small tip, should you find that the vanes have suffered, I mean these are absolutely fine, but if they're a little bit wrinkled, just take them to a heat gun or even a hair dryer and apply a little bit of heat, and they will straighten out immediately and be beautiful. I know. Now you're going to say, when will this be in the shop and so on? Well, it won't be, because this is just a ridiculous kind of do-it-yourself project, and I have no intention to bring it into mass production. But it shows how much room there still is in the concept. You know, as I said, could be belt-fed, could have a rotary magazine, all these things, because there's nothing better than awesome firepower. In any case, I hope you like this, because... Click. That's it for today. Thanks, and bye. Oh, by the way, did you notice that I deactivated the automatic safety on this model here? It still is a manual safety, so It works as a manual safety, but it no longer engages automatically. And if you want to know how this is done, I wrote a little manual how to do this little conversion. It's not hard, but it takes a while. And you can find the link to my PDF in the text description. So let me start anew. I hope you like this, because that's it for today. Thanks and bye. Bye. Okay, I know. Just one for you. As always. Small little update on my commercial version of the sliding instant Legolas. As you know, I gotten this prototype of a magazine machine from aluminum from Austria, from Steamboat, who's going to manufacture this version. And of course, this required some changes because it was still kind of very heavy, and also, you know, we looked for spaces how to save a little bit of weight. And they got a new version for me. It is not anodized yet, not necessary for development. So here it is, nice and silvery. Of course, it looks cool, but it needs to be anodized in the final version to prevent oxidation. In any case, so what we've done to save weight is the entire side here has been left off, so it only has one side now, which is really enough for stability, but it saves a tremendous amount of weight. And since the arrows are guided here and in the front, there is no need for a side plate here, and we added the stainless steel rod just for the looks and the peace of mind, so that it's not completely bare here at this side. And you can see how nicely aligned the arrows are. We will also make this a little bit higher, like 3 mm higher, so we can put in a 5th bolt, so it will have 5 shots in the end. Other than that, it still is of course running on bearings, so it's very, very smooth. And it also has the optional trigger piece here to hold it. You can remove that one if you want to, if you prefer shooting it naked. Now this bow has now been tuned to its full power, so it's significant. This is, of course, it has a let-off, and but you can still hold it like this. So it's not a crossbow, since I have to keep it held under tension here. But of course it's super easy to do, and it gives me so much control about the bow. Even though this is a very powerful bow. So let's do a few shots. Oops, switch on the red dot first. Okay. As you see, very, very fast. I can keep it trimmed to the target, so I don't have to put it down. I think it's just a fantastic, great product. And of course it's safe, because now I can no longer draw it. Also, it now has a name. Yes, yes. Remember the contest? The user 20 first came up with the name Fenris. So this is going to be the Fenris bow if it's sold together with a bow, and just the Fenris if it's sold as a magazine, so you can attach it to your own bow. Actually, the Fenris wolf is a figure from Norse mythology, and it is actually a very dangerous animal that in the end, at Ragnarök, at the end of the days, will devour Odin, the Allfather. But of course this won't devour anything. It's just a wonderful new product that will hopefully hit the store maybe in the summer.